Hi, my name is Christopher Okagbare. I'm a business person, a practicing politician, and I also work with the Media Office of the President as a member of the Buhari Media Organization and also a member of the Presidential Media Team. I'm here to tell you about my Abujawaka story. Practicing politics in Abuja is a different ball game entirely. It's different from how it is being practiced outside of Abuja in all of the states. Well, to be very frank with you, it is very, very interesting here. I must be very frank with you. It is very, very interesting here because basically it's a situation of survival of the fittest. You know, it's competitive. You want to outshine the others. You want to ensure that the positions you hold, be you in the National Assembly, be it you are in any of the federal ministries or parastatals, or maybe you work in the presidency, you are enshrined with so much responsibilities because in cases like this, the whole country expects a lot from you, okay? It's a different ball game entirely compared to practicing politics in the States. This not my story. Well, my Abujawaka story. Well, my first time in Abuja was in 2011. This time around, I came in for a youth conference. Then thereafter, in 2012, I worked with partially with the Ministry of Niger Delta then as a media consultant. So this was the first time I had anything to do. The first time I had a gainful employment in Abuja, though it was brief for less than a year. Then I left Abuja. Then within 2013, 2014, we're coming to town, of course, basically for politics, to have meetings, to have conferences and all of that, until 2015, when the APC won the presidential elections and I moved into Abuja fully. Well, if I'm the FCT minister, well, the current FCT minister, Mohammed Musa Bello, is doing quite a lot in times like this because when this administration came into power, it was not an easy ride for the government because our mainstay, which was crude, there was a sharp drop in the price of crude. So that results to paucity of revenues for almost all government parastatals and ministries, departments and agencies. But with the little amount of resources available at his disposal, the minister was able to at least continue from projects he inherited, and also he was able to start up new ones. So answering your question, if I were the minister, well, it's to consolidate on the plans on ground and also come up with big infrastructure plans, you know, maybe a very sustainable roadmap and a journey for the FCT, and to make sure that in the next 15, 20 years, a long-term infrastructural plan, Abuja should be able to compete with other big cities in the world, you know, in Europe and in maybe Durban, South Africa, and Johannesburg, you know. But so far, so good. The minister is doing well. He deserves all the kudos. But, you know, we are all different in our approach to situations like this. So if I were the minister, of course, we'll see how we can consolidate on the plans on ground and also how we can bring in new prospects, you know, to develop the city. Basically, the FCT as it is, funds FCT, okay, aside internally generated revenues they get from within the FCT and also allocations from the federal government. If I were the minister, we would go and source for more funding so that our developmental drive and plan will not be restricted or limited to the resources being voted to us by the Ministry of Finance and also It will not be subject to the resources and the revenues we get internally. I will be running to represent my people in the State Assembly in Delta State, Ughelli North Constituency 1 in 2023. Now, as an aspirant for an election in the state to represent your people in your constituency, it's a different ball game entirely when you are a government appointee in Abuja or resident in Abuja. Now, this is it. Now, these are the differences. Now, running for an election in my state necessitates the fact that I have to always fall back home every now and then, despite the fact that I work and I live here. I have to create a balance with my own people down south, and as well as get to meet with them from time to time, get to understand their plight, get to understand the situations, get to create that connectivity, as an aspiring politician and the people you are going to represent in the State Assembly. So unlike when you are an appointee of government resident in Abuja, these responsibilities sometimes does not come, but instead you hold a kind of duty to the entire nation, and most especially to your place of primary assignment. Maybe you are an aide to the president, or maybe you are a minister or head of any of the MDAs, So it's a very different ball game entirely. But, politics is politics. It's a matter of representing your people. My advice for the residents in Abuja is, well, Abuja has relatively been a very, very peaceful city, peaceful, clean, relatively, and we can keep it up. We can remain that sane city, that sane national capital that we are at the moment, and we can also do better. If I have an intention of living Abuja, well, the answer is yes and no. Yes, in the sense that, yes, I love Nigeria. I love to explore. I love to travel. If I have my way, I would want to have properties all over the country because I love the country. Then, let me answer your question. If have the opportunity to live elsewhere in Nigeria outside Abuja, I think that place will be Abuja. It's not my story. Hello viewers, my name again is Honorable Christopher Okagbare, and this has been my Abujawaka story. So I enjoin all of you to keep watching the program. If you are watching from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel and always keep to date with the program. Thank you very much.